Politically Speaking, with Dick Morris. Not the usual take, but a podcast from a political insider who's really at heart an outsider.
Friday of this week is really election day. It's not marked as that, but it really is. The Trump administration will have to survive a vote in the Senate to pass the big, beautiful bill. If it fails, and continually fails, the Trump administration is effectively over. It reverses the results of the last election. If you think Trump's doing a good job and you want him to continue in office, you've got to pass the big, beautiful bill. The objections to it are cavilling and minor, and basically can be addressed for the most part in subsequent legislation to remedy any defects in the big, beautiful bill. But several senators, including Rick Scott of Florida, Mike Lee of Utah, Susan Collins of Maine, Ron Paul of Kentucky, and Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, and Josh Hawley of Missouri, have been dragging their feet on the bill and holding out and saying they would oppose the bill or might oppose the bill if their demands are not met. These demands are ultimately minor. Some of them want to cut more in spending, but they don't realize that this bill not only cuts over $1 trillion of spending, but it actually reduces the federal debt by over $1 trillion as a result of its provisions. They don't take account of the Trump tariffs, which increase revenue significantly. Another objection is that it cuts Medicaid too much. But the bulk of the cuts are to Medicaid payments to illegal immigrants, and the others are to able-bodied people who refuse to work. The Medicaid recipients have increased dramatically over COVID, and this simply rolls them back to where they were before the disease broke. Other provisions that are controversial are the SALT deduction, the deduction for state and local taxes. And that was eliminated by Trump, and the legislators from New York and New Jersey and California and other high-tax states want that deduction kept in place. But all that does is give governors like Gavin Newsom and Hochul in New York the authority to raise taxes and a federal subsidy to do so. And as such, it just encourages bad policy in the various states. And why should the states that don't have income taxes basically subsidize the ones who do? Because that's the import of the bill. So the big, beautiful bill is terrific, it's wonderful, and the entire fate of the Trump presidency rests on its ability to pass.
Here is a word from our loyal and valued sponsor, Patriot Gold.
Today's All Access is sponsored by the Patriot Gold Group. Gold is really becoming the world's reserve currency. Transactions may take place in dollars, euros, pounds, won, yen, even rubles. But ultimately, they all convert into gold. With wars and conflicts around the world, more and more banks and people are finding refuge in gold. If the world's most powerful financial institutions are flocking to gold, shouldn't you? Call the Patriot Gold Group. The Patriot Gold Group offers no fee for life IRAs to viewers of these videos. The IRA minimums are $25,000 and $100,000 for the no fee for life IRA. So call the Patriot Gold Group and ask for the no fee for life IRA. In 2017, after Trump was elected to his first term, he considered whether to prioritize his tax cuts or Obamacare reform or repeal. And he opted to prioritize Obamacare. And he never caught up with the tax cuts. Taxes were not cut until the very end of 2017. In the elections of 2018, the Democrats gained 40 seats and control of the House. This time, Trump is prioritizing extending the tax cuts and imposing new tax cuts, and we have to back him up. Set aside your minor objections and call your senators and your congressmen and tell them the time has come to act. It's not enough to vote for Trump. It's necessary to get his agenda passed. Thanks for watching.